Welcome to English by Movie, your place to learn English with love and joyful vibes. Let's feel the joy.
Psychopath they let in.
And you must be the self-appointed Queen Bee. Interesting.
Queen bee. Queen bee is a fantastic idiom for the most popular, dominant, and often feared girl in a social group, just like the queen in a beehive. It perfectly describes a character who is at the top of the social ladder. Use it to talk about the leader of a clique in a story or real life. In high school, everyone knew not to mess with Tiffany. She was the undisputed queen bee. This shows how the term is used to describe a powerful and influential female leader in a social setting like a school. Self-appointed. The word self-appointed adds a critical or sarcastic tone. It implies that someone has given themselves a title or position of authority without anyone else's approval. Wednesday uses it here to show she doesn't respect Bianca's supposed status. It's a powerful way to question someone's legitimacy. He became the self-appointed manager of the project, and nobody dared to challenge him. It describes a situation where someone takes charge without being officially given the role, often through sheer force of personality.
Self-appointed Queen Bee. Interesting thing about bees. Pull out their stingers and they drop dead.
Drop dead. While literally meaning to die suddenly, drop dead is often used metaphorically as a sharp, dramatic threat or insult. Wednesday isn't just stating a fact about bees. She's cleverly threatening Bianca. It's a very direct and powerful phrase you can use to add a punch to your statement. But be careful, it's very strong. The villain told the hero that with one push of a button, his entire army would just drop dead. This example uses the phrase to describe a sudden, mass defeat in a dramatic and figurative way.
Winner draws first blood.
Draws first blood. This powerful expression, draws first blood, means to be the first to cause injury or gain an advantage in a conflict. It originates from combat and dueling. Here, it turns a school fencing match into a serious, high-stakes battle. It's a great phrase for adding intensity to any description of competition. In the debate, the challenger drew first blood by pointing out a major flaw in the champion's argument. It shows gaining an early advantage in a non-physical contest, highlighting the expression's versatility.
Let's see if you bleed in black and white.
Bleed in black and white. This is a unique and creative taunt crafted by Bianca. She's mocking Wednesday's colorless appearance and personality. It's a poetic way of asking, are you even human like the rest of us? This isn't a common idiom, but a brilliant piece of character-specific dialogue, showing how you can invent phrases to be more descriptive. Facing the emotionless robot, the hero wondered, does it even feel pain? Does it bleed in code and circuits? This mirrors the original sentence's style, questioning the fundamental nature of an opponent by using metaphorical bleeding.
Trip. Do you make a habit of scaring the hell out of people?
It's more about
Scaring the hell out of people. To scare the hell out of someone is a very common and emphatic way to say you've frightened them intensely. The phrase "the hell" is used as an intensifier to add a strong emotional charge. It's informal and highly expressive, perfect for casual conversations to describe a moment of major shock or fear. Definitely a phrase to make your stories more dramatic. That horror movie scared the hell out of me. I couldn't sleep all night. It expresses an extreme level of fear caused by a specific event. In this case, watching a scary film.
Shane's having a seizure, so all we have is drip.
Drip. In a coffee context, drip is slang for basic filter-brewed coffee. It's often seen as less sophisticated than espresso-based drinks. However, be aware. In modern slang, especially online, drip can also mean having great style, fashion, or confidence. Context is everything. I don't want anything fancy, just a regular cup of drip to start my day. This is the classic coffee-related meaning, referring to a simple, standard black coffee. Check out his new jacket and sneakers. That guy has serious drip. The second example shows the popular modern slang meaning related to fashion and style. It's a great word with two very different lives.
Tongue of Machiavelli. Here's the deal. I'm going to fix your coffee machine. Then you're going to...
Here's the deal. Here's the deal is a classic informal phrase used to introduce a proposal, an explanation, or a summary of a situation. It signals that you're about to state the important points directly and cut to the chase. Wednesday uses it to take control of the conversation and lay out her terms. It's assertive and clear. Okay, team, here's the deal. We need to finish this report by 5 p.m., no excuses. It functions as a direct and authoritative way to introduce a plan or an important piece of information.
I'll sweeten the pot.
Sweeten the pot. This is a fantastic idiom from the world of poker. To sweeten the pot means to make an offer or situation more attractive by adding something extra. Wednesday is trying to make her deal more appealing to Tyler by offering more money. It's a great visual phrase for negotiations. The company sweetened the pot by offering a bonus and extra vacation days to the job offer. It illustrates making a deal more tempting by adding valuable incentives, just like adding more money to a poker pot.
Me, I can't be bought, so either wait or find someone else to drive you.
Can't be bought. I can't be bought is a strong declaration of integrity. It means a person's principles, loyalty, or decisions are not for sale and cannot be influenced by money. Tyler says this to show that his values are more important than the money Wednesday is offering. It's a very powerful way to state your moral stance. The reporter refused the bribe, stating firmly that her integrity couldn't be bought. It shows a character rejecting a monetary offer in favor of upholding their personal or professional principles.
The whole snarky goth girl thing might have worked at normie school, but here things are different.
Snarky goth girl thing. This phrase is a great example of modern casual English. The thing is a way to refer to a whole persona, style, or behavior. Snarky means critically sarcastic, and goth refers to the subculture. Enid is basically saying that sarcastic, dark personality you have might not work here. He's still doing the rebellious rock star thing, even though he works in accounting now. It describes someone's overall behavior or identity package, often in a slightly dismissive or humorous way.
Let me give you a wiki on Nevermore's social scene.
Give you a wiki? This is very modern slang. Enid is using wiki from Wikipedia as a verb. It means to give a quick, condensed summary of information about something. It's a clever, tech-savvy way to say, let me give you the rundown, or here's the essential info. Perfect for sounding current. Before the meeting, can you give me a quick wiki on the new client? It means to provide a fast and comprehensive summary, just like looking something up on Wikipedia.
Tribal adolescent cliches. Then use it to fuel your obviously bottomless pit of disdain.
Bottomless pit of disdain. Bottomless pit is an idiom for an endless supply of something. By adding of disdain, Enid creates a powerful descriptive metaphor for Wednesday's seemingly infinite capacity for contempt and scorn. It's a very literary and sarcastic way to describe someone's negative attitude. The comedian seemed to have a bottomless pit of jokes. He never ran out of material. It describes an endless supply of something, whether it's a negative emotion like disdain or something positive like creativity.
Here, but the four main cliques are fangs, furs, stoners, and scales.
Cliques. A clique, pronounced clique, is a small, exclusive group of people who don't readily allow others to join them. It's a key term for describing social structures, especially in schools. Enid uses it to map out the main social tribes of Nevermore. The word often carries a slightly negative connotation of exclusivity. In my office, the marketing team is a real clique. They always eat lunch together and never invite anyone else. It describes a tight-knit, exclusive social group that can make others feel like outsiders.
Does it get pretty loud around here? That's when first like wolf out. I suggest you pick up.
Wolf out. To wolf out is a phrasal verb, and here it's used literally to mean transform into a werewolf. However, in general slang, it can also mean to eat a large amount of food very quickly and greedily, like a hungry wolf. So, you could wolf out on pizza, or you could literally wolf out. After the long hike, he got back to the campsite and immediately started to wolf out on the burgers. This common slang usage means to eat voraciously and with great hunger.
How did you feel about that?
Vindicated. But someone
Vindicated. Vindicated is a powerful word that means to be cleared of blame or suspicion, or to be proven right after being doubted. When Wednesday says she felt vindicated by her counselor having a nervous breakdown, it's a dark and witty way of saying she felt proven right in her belief that she was the stronger one. It reveals her competitive worldview. When the data supported his theory, the scientist felt completely vindicated in front of his skeptical colleagues. It expresses the feeling of satisfaction that comes from being proven correct after facing doubt or opposition.
but someone who crochets for a hobby isn't a worthy adversary.
Worthy adversary. A worthy adversary is a respectable and skilled opponent. The word worthy implies that the opponent is so good, beating them is a genuine achievement. Wednesday's statement is a brilliant insult. She's saying her previous therapist was too weak and simple to be a real challenge for her intellect. It shows she sees therapy as a battle of wits. The chess grandmaster was delighted to finally meet a worthy adversary in the young prodigy. It describes an opponent who is skilled and challenging, making the competition meaningful and respectable.
The world is a place that must be endured, and my personal philosophy is kill or be killed.
Kill or be killed. Kill or be killed describes a situation of extreme, ruthless competition where you must destroy your opponents to survive. While it can be literal, it's often used metaphorically to describe a highly competitive environment, like in business or politics. For Wednesday, it's a guiding principle for life, showcasing her dark, survivalist outlook. In the final round of the tournament, it was kill or be killed for the remaining contestants. It describes a situation where there is no room for compromise or mercy. Only the most ruthless will succeed.
Sealed.
The point is you assaulted a boy and showed no remorse for your actions. That's why you're
Showed no remorse. To show no remorse means to feel no guilt or regret for something wrong you have done. It's a phrase often used in legal or psychological contexts to describe a lack of conscience. The therapist uses it here to pinpoint Wednesday's lack of guilt as the central issue, which contrasts with Wednesday's belief that her actions were justified. Even after being caught, the thief showed no remorse and bragged about his crimes. It describes a person's complete absence of regret or guilt, which is often seen as a disturbing trait.
I've always been open to constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is a very important collocation. It refers to feedback that is helpful and intended to improve something, rather than just being negative. The words constructive and criticism are very often used together. Wednesday's use of the phrase here is deeply ironic, as she's about to reveal a very destructive reaction to criticism. A good manager gives constructive criticism that helps employees grow, rather than just pointing out their mistakes. It highlights the positive and helpful nature of this type of feedback, which is designed to build up, not tear down.
Giving you the old nevermore welcome.
She's been smothering me with hospitality.
Smothering me with hospitality. This is a sarcastic and vivid euphemism. To smother means to kill by covering the face and stopping breathing. By combining it with hospitality, Wednesday is saying that Enid's welcome is so overwhelming and intense that it feels suffocating and unpleasant. It's a dark, humorous way to say someone is being too nice. My aunt is lovely, but she smothers you with kindness, constantly offering food and asking if you're okay. It describes an excess of positive attention that becomes overwhelming and almost claustrophobic for the person receiving it.
And the favor. In her sleep.
Return the favor. In her sleep. This is a darkly humorous threat. To return the favor means to do the same thing to someone that they have done to you. When Wednesday adds the chilling qualifier in her sleep, she twists a polite phrase into a promise of sinister revenge, repaying Enid's smothering hospitality with actual, literal smothering. He helped me move last week, so I'm returning the favor by helping him paint his apartment this weekend. This shows the normal, positive use of the phrase, return the favor. Wednesday's genius is in how she corrupts this friendly expression.
Immediately thought of this one.
The Black Dahlia.
Oh, you know it.
The Black Dahlia. The Black Dahlia is a famous cultural reference in America. It's the nickname given to Elizabeth Short, the victim of a gruesome and famously unsolved murder in Los Angeles in 1947. The case became a sensation. For Ms. Thornhill to give Wednesday this flower is a nod to her dark interests, which Wednesday immediately understands. Many true crime documentaries and films have explored the mystery of the Black Dahlia murder. It shows that the name is deeply connected to the genre of true crime and is a well-known piece of American cultural history.
Wary about Nevermore, so please don't go making any waves or perpetuating any outcast stereotypes.
Making waves. The collocation making waves is a popular idiom that means to cause trouble or disturb a situation that is otherwise calm. It creates the image of a boat creating ripples on smooth water. Ms. Thornhill is warning the students not to disrupt the delicate peace between Nevermore and the local town. He doesn't like to make waves at work, so he usually just agrees with his boss. It describes the act of creating a disturbance or controversy, which some people try to avoid in order to maintain harmony.
I've alerted all family members to contact me the minute you darken their doorstep.
Darken their doorstep. To darken someone's doorstep is a dramatic and slightly old-fashioned idiom that simply means to appear at their home. However, it carries a negative connotation, implying the visit is unwelcome or brings trouble. Morticia uses it to show she knows Wednesday's arrival would be seen as a burdensome event. After our big argument, I swore he would never darken my doorstep again. It expresses a strong desire not to have someone visit your home, usually because of a negative history or relationship.
You have nowhere to go.
As usual, you underestimate me, Mother.
Underestimate. Underestimate means to misjudge someone as being less capable or intelligent than they actually are. It's a key theme in this conversation. Wednesday believes her mother consistently fails to appreciate her true cleverness and resourcefulness, which is a source of conflict and motivation for her. It's a feeling many people experience in their lives. The coach warned the team not to underestimate their opponents, even though they had a losing record. It shows the danger of assuming someone or something is weaker than they are, which can lead to failure.
Wednesday, but sometimes you get in your own way.
Get in your own way. To get in your own way is a brilliant idiom that means to be your own biggest obstacle. It suggests that your own attitudes, habits, or personality traits are preventing you from succeeding. Morticia is telling Wednesday that her own stubbornness and intelligence can sometimes work against her. It's a very insightful piece of advice. He's a talented artist, but he gets in his own way with his perfectionism and never finishes a painting. It describes how a person's internal characteristics, even seemingly good ones, can become the primary cause of their problems.
Which one of your spirits suggested this toe-curling tchotchke?
Toe-curling tchotchke. This is a fantastic, high-level insult. Toe-curling is an adjective for something so embarrassing or awkward it makes you physically cringe. A tchotchke, pronounced chochki, is a Yiddish word for a small, cheap, decorative trinket. By putting them together, Wednesday dismisses her mother's gift as a profoundly embarrassing piece of junk. He told a toe-curlingly bad joke at the dinner party, and the silence was deafening. This demonstrates how toe curling is used to describe extreme social awkwardness or embarrassment.
Little things. I shouldn't take it to heart.
Take it to heart. To take something to heart means to be deeply affected or upset by something someone says, or to consider it very seriously. Morticia is saying she knows she shouldn't let Wednesday's hurtful words affect her emotionally. It's about the connection between words and deep personal feelings. She took his criticism to heart and worked hard to improve her skills. It shows that the phrase can also be positive, meaning to seriously consider advice and let it influence you.
You're in Adams?
You're in Adams? The sheriff's question is more than just a question. It's an accusation loaded with history and prejudice. The tone shifts dramatically when he learns her name. This shows how a family name or background can instantly change how people perceive you. The question mark hides an exclamation point of recognition and suspicion. Upon hearing his last name was Rockefeller, her attitude changed. "You're a Rockefeller?" she asked, suddenly much more interested. It shows how a name can carry so much weight that a simple question about it becomes a pivotal moment in a conversation.
That man belongs behind bars for murder. Guessing the
Behind bars. Behind bars is a very common idiom that simply means in prison. The bars refer to the metal bars of a jail cell. It's a more dramatic and informal way of saying someone should be incarcerated. The sheriff uses it to express his strong conviction that Gomez Adams is a criminal who escaped justice. After a long trial, the notorious gangster finally ended up behind bars for the rest of his life. It's a straightforward and universally understood idiom for being in jail.
for murder. Guessing the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This famous idiom means a child shares similar characteristics or behaviors to their parents. The polysemy here is in the word apple. It's both a literal fruit and a metaphor for a child. The sheriff is implying that if Gomez is a murderer, Wednesday must be one too. It's a powerful and often judgmental way to link generations. Her daughter is a brilliant musician, just like her father. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It expresses the idea that talents, traits, or even flaws are often inherited or passed down from a parent to their child.
The first day and you're already on Sheriff Galpin's radar.
On someone's radar. To be on someone's radar means that they are aware of you and are paying attention to you, usually because you have done something to stand out. It comes from the idea of a blip appearing on a radar screen. Principal Weems is noting, with some frustration, that Wednesday has already attracted the attention of local law enforcement. After her amazing sales report, she was definitely on the CEO's radar for a promotion. It shows that being noticed or on the radar can be for both positive and negative reasons. It's all about being observed.
Advice. Stop making enemies and start making a few friends.
A word of advice. A word of advice is a common phrase used to introduce a piece of friendly, often unsolicited guidance. It softens the advice, making it sound more like a helpful suggestion than a direct order. Weems uses it to transition from being an authority figure to offering what she hopes Wednesday will see as helpful counsel, even if Wednesday herself is unlikely to take it. Before you go into the interview, here's a word of advice. Be confident and make eye contact. It's a polite and common formula for offering a suggestion or a recommendation to someone.
Hope you learned something cool today with English by Movie. Hit like, subscribe for more, and let's chat in the comments. Don't miss what's coming next. Bye for now.